we have given our scouts a couple of questions in advance, and I'm just going to ask them at random to tell us their views of a couple aspects of scouting. So, Wesley, I'm going to start with you. What do you think is the most epic adventure you've ever had as a scout?
The most epic adventure I've probably had was my summer camp, BTSR, Buffalo Trail Scout Ranch. There we go, for short.
And what was epic about that?
Well, it was super cool getting my merit badges, like my swimming one. It's this one right here. But sadly, y'all can't see it. Very sad.
Was that a hard merit badge to earn?
Yes. Yes, it was. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I like swimming.
Good, thank you. All right. Luke, tell us a little bit about what you've done in scouting that you thought you never would be able to do before.
Before scouting, I never really thought I'd be able to conquer my fear of heights. And we had this opportunity to go to a camp in New Mexico called Camp Wahinape. And they had just a massive swing about 30 feet up. And they essentially just pulled you up. They had a ton of scouts pulling you up and pulling you up. And then at some point, they let you go and you're on a harness to the swing. And that helped me conquer my fear of heights. It was amazing. Terrifying, but amazing.
I agree, that would terrify me, that's for sure. All right. Wendy, when you go on a camping trip or outing, have you learned any hacks or tricks or things that have made that more adventurous or more fun or just useful in life?
I've learned something very useful. I almost use at least once a month. I take my flashlight and I put it under my water bottle or on top of my water bottle, and I make a little lantern. You would not believe how many times my school has had a power outage, and it just comes in so much use because you just got to keep working. So it's a nice little lantern to use, and it's also nice in your tent when it's bright and early at 6:30 in the morning and you got to pack up to leave, and it's just a nice, useful tip that I use all the time.
Great, thank you. How about you, Luke? Have you had any hacks or tricks that you've learned along the way that have been particularly useful or something that you didn't expect to learn when you were in scouting?
So there's definitely a learning curve because I am a person who's very forgetful. So one major thing for me is definitely having a list of things I need to pack, because the amount of times I've accidentally forgotten something very important. Oh.
You're right, and I think we've all been there. If you've been in scouting on a camp out, you've gotten out there and you remember, oh, yeah, forgot about that. So yeah, that packing list can really be useful. That's exactly right. Wesley, what would you think you would want to tell one of the newest scouts in Troop 3 the first time they were going on a camp out? What would you tell them something they might need to know that they wouldn't otherwise know?
My pieces of advice, from being a lion to now being a tenderfoot, I would say be prepared, listen to your adults, and have fun.
I can't think of much better advice for somebody not only going on a camp out, but for life, huh? How about that? Luke, do you have any go-to camping meals that you've particularly enjoyed cooking or that have been particularly successful or maybe not so successful?
Well, there have been a lot that weren't successful, but one of my favorites is probably quesadillas because it allows me to take something that we make a lot in my home and share with others in my troop, and it goes back and forth. I've learned a lot of meals from other scouts and scouting, and it's helped me to learn a lot about other people's cultures as well.
Great, thank you. So, Wendy, I'm going to throw one at you that you didn't have on the list. Yeah, it's okay. If you look back on your scouting career, what do you think you would say it's done to prepare you for life beyond scouting?
Don't put me on the spot. I think leadership skills. In Venture Crew, they really throw hard at you the leadership skills because Venture Crew is, adult-based. It's young adults growing up, so I'm so thankful for my crew because I'm a great leader in my school and my outside community, and Scouts just really brought me up from that. So leadership skills really help.
Thank you. And great response. Ladies and gentlemen, please give these young Scouts another round of applause. They did a great job this morning. Thank you, guys.